Check that we have everything live, just as we need it. Seem to be live. Oh, I'm not visible, am I? There we go, let's fix that so I can be seen. And then in just a moment, I can get going. Check that we are live on YouTube as well. Good to see the stream there, I think. Yeah, there it is. Good to see the stream. How is everyone doing? Can I, now that I'm slightly more awake, work out what I'm doing here? And a word of power, what was it? Fix. Yeah, I'll worry about you in a moment, enemy. We'll get you in a sec. There we go. Sorry, I got a couple of things. We can increase health, max health, restored and safe havens. Yeah, overall max health. Let's do whatever's least situational. Sorry, I gotta. Everything decides to happen the second I start streaming. Everyone starts trying to contact me. Hey, Tara. It is afternoon for me. That is how the maths works. Hey, Cyborg Girl. How is Alan woke? I don't know. I gotta find out. You know, what story he uses to draw himself back into reality. Let's hope it's a fairly woke one. We'll see. There we go. I'm coming back to this to stream some more of this in the daytime, but fun fact, I have been consumed with a considerably less, like, relevant to the cultural discussion video game at the moment. I cannot put down Dave the Diver. Dave the Diver is fantastic. It is wonderful. Anyway, where is... I have to remember what the controls are. How do I... That's how I... Oh, hello. Oh. I'm just trying to write a... Sir, I'm just trying to write a book. Would you leave me be? That Conrad Zimmerman in chat says, genuinely surprised I hadn't seen more chuds using Alan Woke since the game stars a capable black woman. Right. I've lost my bearings. Where am I? Oh, I was up there. I think the door here brings me back to... I think I'm trying to find my way back to that sort of, like, main hallway? This is the problem I knew would happen if I didn't play for a few days. This is one of those games where I'm going to get lost if I... Oh, there's the door. And I think we're trying to get back to that room with all of the train cars. Which is here. I have a theory about what I'm supposed to be doing or where I'm supposed to be going. Nope, this is the wrong way. Not this train room. Different train room. Do I already have that word of power? I guess so. I'm super tempted to just fuck around with the brightness on this. I just want to be able to tell what I'm doing, see where I'm going. So, Conrad, here's the thing. I am super interested to have those conversations while being like, look... I think the thing is, I'm making rationalizations that I have no idea whether are accurate or not, and I don't know whether the game is going to earn those rationalizations, which puts me in a weird position of, like, how much the game is doing a good job and how much I'm making excuses for the game. It's... come on. Where the fuck am I going? Don't tell me there was, like, just a different exit from that safe room. Like, I could have gone a different way out of here. Oh, I honestly think that might have been it. Yeah, I'm curious to see how my rationalizations end up doing. Okay. I mean, my issue is just I am... Oh, yeah, okay, it's that closed door there. But I think this is going to take me... Through this door takes me where I was thinking of. Oh, I forgot I have, like... healing items. Yeah, this is where I was looking for. And I'm looking for whatever corridor here is the... where am I? Yeah, it's down here? I'm looking for the place where there was a big rubble wall stopping me going. Because I think what I need to do is finally go through that with the new cult story object I have. Still can't work out how to get that word of power unless it's just stand here and get it. It's just stand here and get it. Yeah, make healing better. Through the train car. Yeah, there's a lot of this area that... Okay, there we go. That my brain just cannot differentiate. Like, I get myself turned around very easily in here. Okay. So I think...
I had a new idea. A new story thread.
Summoning ritual, and it's here? Okay, yes. Oh, run! Run, Alan! Ooh! Run! Move, Alan, move! Oh! Okay, so, where am I running back to? Just getting out of the train station? Is that this way? That thing still chasing me, or am I done? Okay, so do I just leave the station, then? Practice room currently available. Yeah, I guess I just keep running. And now... I don't know if that achieved anything. Or where I would head now that is done. can't open the writer's room, which means I can't, like, force it to show me what my current objective is, I don't think. Video game, please be consistent about your mechanics so I can check out what my objective is. Conrad, you know where I'm meant to be. Am I done in this whole subway system? Like, before I go running off up above ground. Alan, why won't you shine your light at things? No, I can't bring up the caseboard. Writer's room's unavailable. That's the problem, is I can't check what my objective is right now. You know what? Just for this occasion, in case I needed it, I have a walkthrough open in a tab, because I'm like, I had a gut feeling something was going to happen today. Try going back to the ritual space. Oh, okay, go back to the ritual space now. I guess now I won't get chased away from it? Okay. Okay. I assumed it was chasing me away because I needed to get away from the ritual space. Okay, the presence has gone and now I can be there. Okay. Not super well communicated. Also, did I do something? Have I bugged the game out? Because Alan refuses to, like, point the torch consistently anymore. He's, like, jogging it up and down, even when I zoom in. Oh, wait, where? Oh. I swear that looking down... Yeah, this was the I'm running away from the dark presence animation, and this is why I thought I still needed to be running, is that, like, this animation hasn't finished. Okay, going back to the ritual space is not what I needed to do. That is my first death. I meant to go into the safe room next to the ritual space, not run out of the station. I think that's what bugged you. Oh, okay. Jai Blunt on YouTube says I should have gone into the safe room next to the ritual space. The game did not tell me that. I feel like if I can bug the game by running away from your creature, by, like, you know, picking a direction and running, if that can bug out the game, that is not ideal. Okay, so let's try that again.
Would carry me deeper into the story.
Okay, now that I know that's what's meant to happen, I'll look for if there's, like, something I should have been included in by, but missed. Yeah, presumably I'm meant to go through this. Because there's that whole animation of having to wrestle the doors open. I suppose that door is there. In my eyes, continuing to run was safer than just stand in a room. Too many pieces of media have taught me get the fuck out of there, and the fact I didn't die told me I'd gotten out alright. It is Alan Wake can always go to the light, but here's the thing. There was light at the exit to the station. The light that I used to, like, make myself get in and out of the station. I ran to some lights, and here's the thing: if this game had killed me for not running to the escape to this room, that'd have been fine. It's that they let me get to the surface fine, under different lights, and then I came back to go, what did I do? It's like, no, now we killed you. Okay. I understand. Where am I?
The tunnel was open now. I could get through.
That is one of those things that it feels like you, like, should have been caught. Yeah, you were right, it just broke because I ran outside rather than running to the safe room. I didn't want to run into a room where I'd be backed into a corner, because my thinking was if I ran into the safe room, yes, I'd be safe, but the thing would be outside the only door to leave. I would be trapped. That didn't seem very safe.
I'd seen it before. I remembered now. It was always out there, hunting me.
Let me turn this volume up a smidge. Hooray, short-term memory indeed. Yeah, no, I said at the start of the stream, I've been... Look, this game is fascinating and I really want to see it through, so I'm getting some daytime streaming in as well as the stream this evening. But I've been mildly obsessed with a different game. I've been really into Dave the Diver.
I had found the murder site.
Ooh.
Somehow the victim's heart was the key.
Oh yeah, and this is going to be you writing the stuff into the heart. Yeah, I've played through almost all of Dave the Diver, and that game is fantastic, and oh, it's so good. I need to do a stream of it, even if just like a couple of hours of it at some point, once Alan makes out the way, because I need to show why that game is great. Let's have a look. The writer of the first word, not the writer of the last. With the terror of the light and the shadow last, the third eye now open. It's to project the night. This is the moment to write. This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you are gone. No worries, comrade. Enjoy your editing. Oh, it's that murder victim we saw before. Incompetent hero. I'm glad that I sold you on Dave the Diver. I am in, I think, the final or penultimate chapter, and that I don't want it to end. Also, Terror in the Twitch chat, yes, there is a penis.
Who are you?
Good work.
What is this? Who are you?
You can hear me.
I'm Saga and FBI.
This is Alan Wake. I'm trapped here. The dark place. Under Cauldron Lake.
Cauldron Lake. Who are you?
I'm trying to escape. I'm making progress, but I'm in danger. The dark presence. Help me. Please, help me.
He doesn't seem to know who she is, which suggests maybe he didn't write her into existence.
Had the woman in the vision help me somehow?
Did Casey write Saga into existence?
Outside Parliament Tower, where I'd lived with Alice. It was out there, waiting for me.
Okay, we're still in... Okay, presumably we're still in the Alan bit for a while. We got near the end of that chapter when I was crashing the other night. But again, I had no idea how near the end of the chapter we were, and I was struggling. Oh no, did I just skip an end of chapter song accidentally? I think I might have done. I skipped the song. This was the post. Was this the one you were telling us about on the podcast? Conrad, I'm here. It's playing. Don't worry. Okay. Theory. Alan is the dark presence. This game ends with him becoming the dark presence that torments him in the first game. That's the cyclical loop this song is on about. Alan is the dark presence. Yep. Trapped in a loop, forever I am fading to black, circling back, becoming the dark presence and circling back around. I don't know how logical that is and how much or little that makes sense, but I'm putting that as one of my things. You can clip the little Twitch clip. We'll put it up on TikTok if I called it here from this song, but that was a neat track. I'm sorry I almost missed the track, Conrad. Yeah. Alan is the dark presence. Why is this not working? Surely this is... Oh.
Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it, hanging in the air. A meaning, the violent emotion of the act. Like a cloud of wrath, the dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something that soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget. Marking you. Taking you for a ride. Making you crazier.
Well then. Comrade in the Twitch chat says, well, even if you had just skipped it, some say that it loops forever. Do they? Do some say that? Right. So now we're leaving the station and going to the tower nearby.
The station had changed. I was closer now.
That's a pretty big tower.
Tower. Our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home?
Alan,
It's just an echo of the real thing.
Alan, I'm pretty sure it's just an echo of the real thing.
It brought me one step closer to escape.
I don't think, like, just getting to the fake house is like, and you're done, you are home. You did it.
Writer. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
Comrade, yeah, that is intriguing for sure. It is always curious how these things happen. Like, I know when we were doing Podquisition, I mentioned my one of those weird tracks is I think it's called the Water's Wide. Let me double check. Yeah, The Water is Wide, by Gerard Way, that ended up in the credits for Tusk because of some comic... Yeah, and the story behind that was some comic book connections to... Oh, what's the guy who made Tusk? What's his name? But he likes comic book stuff. Gerard Way did comic books, and that was sort of the weird connection. But you sometimes have these moments of, like, how on earth did a new piece of music from this person end up in this of all places? Oh, did I just see inside your head, Alan? Alan, did I see inside your head for a second? I don't know how I did it. Come on, come on.
Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
Pretty sure we got a second of the inside of Alan's head.
Get out!
Oh!
Alice! Alice!
Yeah, is this something like Casey has written Alice not to want Alan to come home or something like that?
Alice.
Pick photos for exhibition posters.
This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her?
I mean, he's got your face. He's probably going to try and live your life, I would imagine. I wondered for a second if that was the woman from Control. I don't think it is, but I can see... I think this is Alice. Does that photo have blonde hair? Maybe. Tough to tell in this light. What am I missing in this room? Is it nothing? Do I leave? Oh.
This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before. Alice's video camera. No memory card inside.
Okay, gotta find a memory card. That's hard enough to do when it's your own and you know where you put it. Focal point of that place.
Alice's memory card.
Oh, how I wish this game didn't make me feel as motion sick as it does. I really do have to play it in fairly short increments. Okay, that's clearer that that's blonde hair.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it.
You'd be surprised how hard it is to force a publisher to do anything you want them to do. Here's a fun fact. There are early cover designs for Gender Euphoria that made it look like a 1970s school textbook. I had to fight more than I'd like to admit to get that to not be the vibe of Gender Euphoria's cover. You got... Publishers have their own ideas.
I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that nod at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there.
Hey, frame into focus.
We argued. Things went wrong.
Yeah. Maybe have, like, a rational conversation with your loving partner that you are married to about, like, hey, there is a doctor who's, like, helpful when people are struggling artistically. Are they worth an idea? Don't, like, tell them we're going on a retreat so you'd have to think about writing and then dump, like, anyway, here's a doctor, bye. Like, that's not... You might not like how Alden's being, but that's not great behavior either.
Penny was just gone.
Edison should not be a surprise mechanic, says Pam Amanda Bibble in Twitch chat.
It's easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes.
You did take him to a psychologist who was being haunted by the dark muse that would, like, forever trap him in a hell world. You're not You're not... You are a factor in what happened.
About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me.
Did some piece of Alan Wake media come out 6 years ago? Like, American Nightmare wouldn't have been 6 years ago, would it?
Alan.
Or, like, no, Control... The Control DLC wouldn't have been 6 years.
He always did have anger in him.
Yeah, American Nightmare would have been about 12 years ago. And Control can't have been 6 years ago.
Cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the
2010,
monster
yeah.
comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew.
Hey Alice, it really sounds like you're succumbing to the Dark Muse as well.
I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Yeah, it really seems like you're inviting the Dark Place in.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her.
It really seems like you are, like, really tempting fate to replicate the situation and make it so that things you draw become real.
Why?
Conrad, is the thing that happened 6 years ago something I would have any way to know at this point, or is it kind of spoilery to share your suspicion?
Initiation. To project myself through the dark place. To look for
Okay.
a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing it.
That's a pretty short little chapter. Are we back in the real world yet? I feel like this is a good time for us to get back to Saga. We know that we now know that everything's looping. Alan writes a story in which he inevitably gets to the writer's room and finds himself dead, and now he must write the story. Okay, Alan, I'm curious how you're gonna...
Let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan.
Yeah, this is what I'm waiting for. I'm really curious how Alan's going to try and describe whatever the fuck that last 3 chapters was.
For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place. Yeah. It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image.
Conrad says, I believe going forward you can switch when you like. I have a suggestion on how to deal with that. Conrad, tell me what your suggestion is, because here's the thing. You very much enjoyed this game. I'm willing to take any advice from you that leads to me having a similar experience. What's your advice?
As he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people, making them crazy.
Okay, so Alan didn't write the story the way that it has been happening. Alan tried not to write a horror story, and Scratch edited it into a horror story? It signals it well. When it's made clear you're missing half of something, wrap up what you're doing and make a swap. Okay, that sounds fairly obvious.
Bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the Dark Place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything, like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it.
Pixel Jack in the YouTube chat suggests instead swapping every chapter or 2 feels like a better way of doing it. I'll feel it out. If there is no clear consensus, I'll vibe it out. I'll feel it out.
Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the Dark Place, make all this shit go away.
But then you'll go back to the Dark Place again, surely. Like, wasn't that the thing in the first one? You used the clicker, you did deal with the Dark Place, but you had to sacrifice yourself in the process?
The memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Yeah, Conrad, I'm sure I will see what you mean, and I'll follow your lead.
Mr. Wake, Alan, we've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you.
You needed authority figures
Or a vision of you.
to help you.
Place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
Yes. Yeah.
It's insane. And there's so much of it.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of the Cult of the Tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness. Possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult.
Game audio shouldn't be that quiet. I can turn it up if other people think it's too quiet, but you know, it'd be okay. Have a look. What was I doing? Case board.
Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult.
Okay, I'll turn the game audio up a bit. The problem is this game has wildly different audios between dialogue and combat, so I've been trying to balance them. The intention is for it to be a little quiet compared to me so that I can be heard if I say something over it, but alright. Cult of the Tree. Be followers of Scratch, so they have the clicker. Alt psychology? Alt goal? Yeah, okay.
Sure. The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true.
Okay.
Why couldn't it have been a romance?
Because Alan is a coward who cannot write any genre that is not the one he knows. Also, DLC Part 2 for Pokemon. We have a release date. December 17th, I think, so before the end of the year, which is nice. I assumed it was going to be like January or February next year, so the other half of... Ooh, sorry, I was like, let's have a look if there's anything notable news-wise I need to keep an eye on quickly. Digital Foundry have an interesting video I'm probably going to check out today that's worth noting. Inside NVIDIA's new hardware for Switch 2. What is the T239 processor? It seems like... Digital Foundry have managed to get their hands on and do a big deep dive on, yeah, this is the Switch 2's like processor. What do we know about its graphics performance based on a whole bunch of info that we've managed to find out about this chip? That's going to be a super interesting watch and read later. I'm skimming through like the text version of this now. They have some stuff on here about like, hey, let's extrapolate system performance in DLSS based on what we know. That's going to be an interesting read. Anyway, let's get these. The Dark Place. Alan was trapped there for 13 years. Fiction coming into contact with the Dark Place changes reality. It's a gradual process. has to get the click.
Last time, it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded.
Nope. Right.
Okay. Scratch in the dark place are interchangeable should go. Surely that should go the dark place, no? No, that's dark presence, I guess. Dark presence. Okay, I think we are on top of that. Let's look at the thing quickly. No, can't profile anyone new.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something?
Wait one sec. Oh! Conrad, if you're still here, I know how you get to the map straight away. Okay. No, it's not hold. It's left or right side of the thing. If you click the right side of the touchpad, you go to this room. If you click the left side of it, you go straight to the map. It's left or right side of the thing. I don't know if that function works on PC. It should do, I think. But I have no idea. That's what's going on. It's not about hold. It's which side you are pressing. The trail of the cult. Where's the clicker? Cult have probably got it. Oh, now I can profile Wake. Here we go. Yeah, how do you go straight to the map on Xbox?
Wake said the cult has the clicker.
Okay,
How does he know?
yeah, on PC, it's a long press, at least with an Xbox controller. Interesting.
Reader, the next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter.
Writer is
Keep
the reader.
The pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch.
Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington.
Sure.
He's
Sure.
hunting Wake.
Sure. Wild theory that I don't think is correct, but I'm going to throw it out. What if it's not Alan we're talking to who's just escaped? It's Mr. Scratch. I don't think that makes sense, but I'll throw it out in case I'm right so I can look smart.
Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. If you are a member of Connell Lit Island, don't wake up the windfish, I suppose. If you are Saga, don't end the story that Alan is writing, because if you do, you stop existing.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa.
Alan Wake and Scratch, the man who wears Alan Wake's face and is a doppelganger of him, are clearly connected. Yes. He's wearing Alan's face. I think they are connected. Well done. That was very smart of you, Saga. Well done.
Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them.
I think they changed Alan's appearance a bit because Alan's voice actor doesn't look like Alan, and they needed someone who looked like and sounded like Alan for the live-action segments. So I'm guessing they changed Alan's appearance a little to sort of nudge towards who was going to be the live-action to bring the two of them together? Okay.
Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time.
Maybe it is. Someone in chat the other night was telling me that the voice actor for Alan is not the person who we see playing him in the, like, live-action stuff. I might be wrong. I can only go off of what someone in chat was telling me the other night.
In the hands of the cult of the tree.
Okay, the live-action segment, according to Pixel Jacked in the YouTube chat, the live-action segments are the same Alan, but they dub his voiceover with the game voice. Sorry, I'm trying to work out what that sentence means. Are you saying the actor we see in the live-action is who they use as the 3D model for Alan, but that's not who the voice of Alan is, so they dub over the live-action segments with Alan's voice actor? Correct. Yeah, the actors are not the same between VO and FMV, but the actor is the model, the voice... Okay. Okay, so the face was modelled on the person who would ultimately play him in the live action. Sorry, I see. You see why I was confused by this. Okay.
Cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
Where's the clicker? Trailer,
The cult of the tree has
outskirts.
the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this.
It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
I'm playing on
You need me
PS5.
there. No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
Bella Bean says, no evening stream tonight, question mark? There will be an evening stream tonight, but I didn't do a stream on Wednesday night for reasons, and I'm not going to be able to do a stream Monday night next week for reasons. Things keep clashing with my streaming schedule, and I want to get through this bloody game, so I'm doing a daytime stream and an evening stream today, and I might end up doing the same Wednesday next week just to get on top of this, because I want to get through this game. There we go. Okay, yeah, I can now switch between Alan and Saga's stories via the bucket in the janitor's break room. Okay. I guess for now I'm gonna play Saga for a bit. What is the bucket in the janitor's break room? Is that in here somewhere? Or is that like a specific place I need to find somewhere? Oh, I didn't know I could, like, walk out a door to come back to reality. Break rooms are physical spaces, like the room you didn't want to go in the... It's not that I didn't want to go in it, my brain just didn't register it properly. I was like, fucking run. Okay, so there's specific places in the real world for swapping between
you wrote these
characters.
Pages in the dark place. So why are we finding them here?
I think I wrote them up. I remember writing an endless amount of pages, but when this happened before, the pages were being sent from the dark place to help me. Maybe the same thing is happening here.
That's all for now, Mr. Wake. Thank you for your cooperation.
You wrote many pages. Okay.
Hi, welcome.
Okay. Past favorite Deerfest floats. Go.
The yarn puppet monstrosity.
The stuffed moose and squirrels one.
No, thank you. Those beady dead marble eyes still give me nightmares.
Wait, there's a bucket in that room that we were just in. Okay, let me go back and have a look around. For some reason I was expecting like a whole separate dedicated... Okay, so this is... Oh.
Understands the forces behind this. I can help you.
No, that's not how this works. You're a civilian, and we don't do right.
Oh.
And if Scratch is after you, then so is the cult. We don't know who we can trust.
We swap realities in the puddle of goop that we used to go into that place before. I see. I understand.
Damn it, you were making a mistake.
I'll be sure to add that to the list.
Yeah. Yeah. Conrad, that is what I'm planning to do. I'm not planning to change yet. I just wanted to lock that knowledge into my head.
For that amount of money, you would cause it yourself.
Yeah, I'm not taking that wager. Too many options.
Yeah, J.E. Blunt in the YouTube chat says it's because water has memory. Alan fucking said those words. Alan referenced water having memory, and I was like, oh no, please don't tell me that you're into making homeopathic tinctures, Alan. I thought you were better than this. I don't need your lectures on how water remembers things.
Opportunities for interference.
Alright.
Hello, and welcome to Coffee World, voted Washington's best coffee-themed amusement park. All of our attractions are family-friendly and available to children of all ages, just like our coffee. So, take a sip of our Oh Dear Diner organic coffee and let the adventure begin!
I want to go...
Hold on
I want to go to this coffee theme park.
Oh! Soak in some local history at the Watery well, where 2 serial killers once hid the disemboweled bodies of their murder victims. It's not haunted. No.
No.
Come join Mocha Moose and the goats at our amusement park petting zoo. Just don't share your coffee with the goats. Seriously, stop feeding our goats coffee. Seriously. It's not amusing.
It's not amusing.
Take in amazing views from the slow roaster Ferris wheel. I can almost see the Watery Lighthouse trailer park. This is so much fun. And finish off at our beautiful gift shop where seniors and children under 10 receive a 9% discount on keychains and propane tanks. Welcome to Coffee World. We guarantee you'll jaw a great time.
This is the 3rd time I've recorded.
Okay, Conrad just messaged me something, and I feel like I'll clarify it here in case anyone else missed it. You are allowed, as of about 2 weeks ago, to multi-stream to Twitch and YouTube. You can multi-stream to Twitch and any other platform you want to be multi-streaming to. Twitch's only rule about it is that you can't combine the chats, which is unfortunate. Because what I would like to do is to be able to make the YouTube messages show up in the Twitch chat and vice versa. I can see them in a combined chat, and I can reference them, but I have to do the thing where I'm like, so-and-so in the Twitch chat says, so that the people in the other chat know what I'm responding to. But yes, as of about 2 weeks ago, Twitch was like, yeah, no, you can restream and you can multi-stream and that's fine. Panda Bibble says there's only really 2 platforms. I mean, TikTok is the other one theoretically, but it doesn't play nice with a lot of the restream programs. But in theory, I could also have TikTok Live open and broadcast to that as well. I assume an overlay is a violation. Yes, you can't do, like, you are. I would have to double check. You're allowed to reference that you are also streaming on the other platform. You are not allowed to tell people to go view on the other platform. So I couldn't here on Twitch tell you that you should watch on a different platform. And I don't think you can have, like, I can't show both chats on screen. You know, via an overlay or whatever. They don't want any messages from anywhere that isn't Twitch being seen, but I can talk about messages from places other than Twitch. If that is helpful information.
It keeps going on by itself.
It is why I started multi-streaming like 2 weeks ago, because they said it was okay.
Terribly sorry for that. We've called a professional electrician. In the meantime, have you tried unplugging the TV for the night?
Oh, there's an idea, Einstein. Why don't I just get rid of everything I'm paying for in that room while I'm at it? Sleep on the floor. Go to the toilet in the corner. Hey, I'm not unplugging it. You're fixing it.
Of course, sir.
Sorry, I didn't know petting deer heads was a thing I could or should be doing. Where is there a deer head I can or should pet? Are you talking about it because it's here?
I can help you with, sir.
I don't know.
Like a complimentary dinner tonight.
Well, that almost makes up for the ineptitude of this place.
I'm glad to hear it.
Okay, I'll go back and pet the thing. And then I will continue playing. I'll get back to playing in a sec. There's a deer head.
Rest easy, buddy.
Is there a reason to okay. Panda Bibble says, gotta hug the walls like a 90s FPS looking for secrets. Yeah, but I don't, though. Because I said this on stream the other day. I know that people want me to be, like, scraping around finding every single tiny secret. There's a couple of reasons I'm not going to be doing that. A, I get motion sick playing this game, and I have, like, a literal time limit of how long I can play before I start feeling ill. And B, I want to see the end of this game, like, in a reasonable time frame. And as such, like, I kind of just want to go through it. And I'm like, I don't want to use up the time wandering around trying to find things that I may or may not find. and like not getting on with it. And I know that's not how everyone would want to play this, but given I got too much shit I gotta be doing, I'm like, if I can only play this for like maybe 2 to 3 hours before I start feeling ill at a time, I gotta min-max that. Oh, there's a deer head in here to do. Okay, well, again, I'm probably going to ignore a lot of people's. Okay, a lot of people's tips of things to go see. Okay. Gunman Master, what causes the motion sickness? I don't know. I know a lot of factors that are common triggers for motion sickness, and several of them are happening here. I have done what I can to minimize some of them. This game just makes me feel ill. Something about the way the camera jogs, I think. Trust me, I am aware of common motion sickness settings and have messed around with them, and if there was a thing that I could try that would fix this game making me motion sick, I am probably aware of it. I am not unaware of the fact that I could go into settings and see if I can make motion sickness go away. There we go. Sometimes games just do that.
I swear I brought my full kit along. Didn't forget to pack the EMF reader, did you?
Why would I pack your gear? I've got my own to worry about.
Great. Now how am I supposed to measure the energy signatures emitted by paranormal manifestations?
Is there a way to get up like, what my current objective is? Goals. Yeah, drive to the place. Is this... Watery?
Yeah, Anderson, I didn't want to say this in front of Wake, but are you sure this is a good idea? Going on your own?
Assuming we believe the page, I need to check this out. We need to find the cult. Anyone we meet here could be a member. And this Scratch guy.
The evil doppelganger? Must be true, or else this guy can't write for shit.
The quality of his writing aside, if this page turns out to be true like the rest have, this could be a breakthrough. We might solve this thing before backup even arrives.
Yeah, but they're taking their time, so just be careful out there. Meanwhile, I think me and Wake will have a chat. Maybe I can shake something loose.
Okay. But remember what happened with the Salt Shaker?
Yeah, real funny.
Panda Bibble says, God, Alan Wake was pre-podcast. Really?
Page placed
That can't be right.
Somewhere in Watery.
I had to have been listening to like Game Scoop and stuff prior to what, 2010? Yeah, no, when the Wii came out, Week in Review, which is IGN's Nintendo podcast that I was listening to, which would have been like at least 2006. Yeah, no, I was making podcasts. Not long after that. Yeah, or around then.
I should ask around.
Cool. Nope, gotta ask around specific people, I guess.
Okay then.
Oh!
Catchy tune.
Artie! Soon this dance turns into a game of tag played with knives. The bloody mouth twists into a grin. The cap of the booze bottle has gone missing. The knives are out with a rattle, the last thing you'll hear. It's endless night. The night is lost. Endless night. It's nightless night. All hope is lost. Yeah, I'm realizing podcasts must have been around, like, a while, because I'm thinking back on it. I remember when IGN's Nintendo podcast changed from whatever it had been called before the Wii came out to being We Can Review, because the Wii name got announced finally. Because I remember I was listening to it when the Revolution was still being talked about. Also, Small World, that show was hosted by, I'm trying to remember who hosted it. I remember one of the hosts was Matt Casamassina at the time, who now follows me on Twitter. Small World, that was like me being like, ah shit, people get to talk about video games and that's the job they have. And now, full circle to the people who I was paying attention to. Conrad, I kind of agree with you. I'm not super keen on this being, like, the MCU-ification of Alan Wake is not necessarily to my tastes, but Artie is great, and I will never complain about Artie being here. Praise to a god of dark myths. Old Scratch, Satan, our savior. Black cloud boils inside his skull. It explodes out and rages in the night. With boundless joy in his eyes. He has come, it has come.
Excuse me. Do you know where...
Artie's in the middle of a show.
I wonder if I'm the first FBI agent to ever get shushed.
To the bottom of the well, into a pile of corpses. Oh, put the subtitles back. I want to keep seeing what he's saying. He fishes you into this verse from his fever dreams. He stares at you in the mirror. The heat of the murder like a crown burning on his brow. You know his gaze, even with his face hidden behind a veil of blood. This song is, like, beautifully lyrical. It's nightless night. Takes your soul. Nightless night. It devours you. I feel like this song loops forever. I don't think I can wait for him to finish. Okay. Daniel Aldridge, how am I getting on with it? I'm getting on well. Motion sickness aside, this game is weirdly fascinating. Okay, so I assume no one in here is going to help me then. Yeah, I assumed this was the bucket room, but I didn't see a bucket in the room. Maybe I just missed it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I see. Well, the only reason I went in there to try and talk to someone was because no one out here seems to want to talk to me. Which, again, I am a cop, I get it, but... Why is there a little stage in there? For Artie!
What have you been up to this time around? There's only so many times I can keep fixing the same hole.
Hello, will you talk to me? No?
Watery's definitely quaint.
Good day.
Was that person subtitled Fish Person?
Hey, where's the time gone?
Will you talk to me now you're here?
There's just a wretched husk of what used to be me left.
Hi. Was my goal not to, ask around about the trailer?
Well, they say being old is just a state of mind. I'd like to get...
I'm supposed to ask around. No one will let me talk to them. Just a single person have a conversation with me. Please. My objective is to ask people things.
Hey, what did you used to say your dream job was as a kid? I bet it wasn't dock worker.
I don't know about all that, but idle hands are the devil's playground, so...
Well, us fishing types appreciate you all, at least.
None of you want to talk.
The flooding is even worse here. More like underwatery. I'll have to tell Casey that one later. Mayor Seta will stand up for justice.
A vote for Mayor Setter is a vote for everyone.
You're looking for a very specific two people. Yeah, but we it seems weird that the game wouldn't let you talk to other people.
Mom's family was from Sweden.
And have them be like, yeah, I've got nothing to tell you. Like, this seems like in a detective game, this would be you'd be clicking on everyone until you found the right person.
I've always imagined it kind of like this.
Conrad says, you have to read all these signs, Laura. It is important. You will thank me. Okay. Conrad, I will because it's you, and I will trust you on this. There is a lot of, very tiny things in this game that it feels like people want to backseat me on. There's a lot of, I'm just kind of playing the game, but you have to go do this, though. I'm like, okay. The mayoral ones. There are 6. Okay. Did I miss something when looking at this? Because I came and read this one. Mayor Seta will stand up for justice. So you're talking about these posters, the one I just clicked on, there are more of them. And I should keep an eye out for future ones. Not that I went past one and ignored one, right? Okay, I missed nothing. Okay. I did interact with it, I will interact with the future ones. But equally, I'm gonna say the thing as a general rule, that I say with chat. Let me kind of just play the game, to a certain degree. I might occasionally miss things. If that happens, it happens.
A trailer park. Ilmo Koskela. He's that tour guide we met at Cauldron Lake. I need to find him.
Okay. Yeah, there's a few things that are making me a bit motion sick about this game, but I'm doing my best to sort it out.
A trailer park is a good place to look for a trailer. Keep it simple, Saga.
I will turn the motion blur back off for people. It did not really make a difference for me, but I will turn it off if that is what people would prefer.
Enjoying the sauna?
You bet. The steam is amazing on my creaky old joints. I'm just waiting for Ati to wrap up his show so we can crack open some beers.
I've read that taking a sauna is good for preventing dementia.
Yeah, and so is beer.
Ever heard of the cult of the tree?
The half-deer, half-man monsters? Oh, sure I've heard of them. They're the reason I can't risk taking walks in the forest anymore. If one of them shows up, how am I supposed to get away? I can't run with a bad hip. I'd be killed for sure. I could maybe use my crutches to defend myself. Do you think that'd work? You're the professional.
Probably smart just to stay in the sauna for now.
They say if a sauna doesn't fix what ails ya, you're a goner.
They also say silence is golden.
Panda Bibble, I'm not saying it made it worse, it just didn't have a tangible impact on it for me. I felt motion sick with it on or off.
So sure lately? Yeah, I fear he's losing his grip on reality.
I don't care to listen to pointless jibber jabber. Not on the radio, not in the sauna.
Whew. Hot.
Yes, and with it not making a difference to the motion sickness, I was like, might as well leave it on for the fact that it looks better to most people when it's on. Okay, I'm just gonna go and progress now, if that's alright with everyone.
Hey, Saga! Over here!
Hey, Ilmo. How did your walk in the woods with Steven go?
Another satisfied customer. I just hope he remembers to write a good review on the webpage. Great to see you back in Watery, Saga. Everyone in town missed you.
Super nice to see you again, Saga.
They act like they've known me for years. This keeps happening.
You should probably work out what's up. More than one person has done this, Saga. It seems like something is impacting your memory.
Are you familiar with the cult of the tree?
Yeah, we always thought it was an urban legend. Kids drawing creepy symbols to scare each other, but, now it's gotten pretty damn real, huh?
It's terrible what happened. We're all in shock.
Well, we're looking into it. Hoping to get things back to normal soon.
We're all for that. As normal as it ever gets around here.
You own the trailer park, right? Mind if I take a look inside?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the owner of the Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park, me, can help you with that. It's good to have our funniest president back.
Resident? I don't understand what you mean.
If this is your way of getting out of any outstanding bills, don't worry. They've been handled.
Must be hard coming back to where you and your little girl lived.
It's like they remember a different reality. Is the horror story messing with their memories?
Is Saga, what's more likely, that it's messing with multiple people's memories or just one, you? That seems like the simplest explanation is my memories have been altered by Alan.
So what is Coffee World?
You mean you haven't seen our commercial for it? Coffee World is a smooth blend of rides, food, and fun. We even had a real moose. Until recently. Plus, right next to Coffee World is the workshop of our own Kalevala Knights Motorcycle Club. We're busy building the floats for Deerfest.
Don't go peeking, though. You know, we're saving the big reveal for Deerfest.
So... your commercials?
They're more than commercials, Saga. Our goal is to both entertain and educate local viewers about the fine products and services we provide. And, Yako here really comes alive in front of the camera. Really.
Fuck off. I'm just there for the free beer. Not sure what Ilmo's excuse is.
Hey, I'm writer, producer, co-lead, director. Do yourself a favor and, check them all out.
I'm missing something. I should try profiling. Wake says the story will change reality around us. If that's true, then I need to know what's real and what's fiction.
Ilmo owned the trailer park where I supposedly lived, calls me his funniest resident. Recognized me in the diner in Bright Falls, says I moved away after Logan died.
Elmo thinks the cult is just an urban legend. Or does he?
There are things that go bump in the night. It's all true. It's all true. Sound the alarm, brother. Gather the troops, brother. Yako, the shadow of the forest is creeping closer.
They don't think it's an urban legend at all. They understand it's dangerous. Ilmo made it sound like I lived here.
Probably because you did.
Does he really believe that?
Light, laughter, and love will guide you home. Saga and her daughter. Oh boy. Happy faces raise property value. Family comes first, Ilma. We take care of her trailer while she's gone. She's one of us, Yako. Her spare key is safe and sound.
The Koskela brothers have happy memories of me living here. This must be the story affecting them. I'll play along for now.
Or affecting
I need the key to that trailer.
Oh, I've got to get back to emails at some point before the end of the day. Okay. Anything new on the case board? Number Master says, why didn't Ilmo recognize her the first time they met? Did she not? I honestly don't remember whether he did or did not.
All joking aside, yes, I would like to see my trailer. Do you have a spare set of keys?
Good for you. Yeah, I have a spare set. They're just over at Coffee World. I'd get them for you, but Yako and I have to head to Bright Falls.
Okay, well, as far as I was concerned, okay, I guess that confirms that their memory's being changed and not Saga's. I guess this is my first time through. I don't know.
The spare keys are in the gift shop safe. I'll call ahead and have some.
I guess I'll just stop thinking about the theory that I was thinking about.
But if you just follow this trail behind me, it'll lead you there.
Call the gift shop so they can give Saga a hand. Yep.
The Koskelas think I lived in the trailer park. With Logan. The story really is changing people's memories. Why aren't mine affected?
I'm going to ignore what Chad has told me and stick with the theory that I was theorizing about. It's Saga.
There's a Coffee World. The witches at the diner.
Yes.
There's Coffee World.
Yes, despite what Chad has just told me is the case, I guess debunking what I thought I knew, I'm going to stick with what feels right, which is that Saga's memories are being changed and not theirs. Conrad says, keep theorizing, you can't be right if you won't risk being wrong and the game is deliberately fucking with you. Okay, I didn't know the game was deliberately fucking with me on this point. Like, Ugh. I am enjoying theorizing, and I'm more than happy to theorize and be wrong. What I need is a bit of room to just be able to theorize. And yeah, to just sort of have some room to have my incorrect theories.
What was that? Fuck!
FBI, show yourself!
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a monster and not a person who's gonna respect your being in the FBI, Saga. Why am I not able to... For some reason, I don't seem to be able to shine my torch at this creature. And I'm taking quite a lot of damage as a result. Is it not aim down the thing and then hold B? Okay, yeah, just fucking kill me. I'll start again. I just want to restart this section. I don't know why. Am I not supposed to be burning the stuff off before I shoot you? Or is it R1? Oh. Oh yeah, I guess it's R1. Yeah, just fucking kill me so I can restart. I really expected him to kill me faster. I probably would have stuck with it had I realized I was not as close to death as I thought, but I'm committed now and I'm just doing the thing. Yeah, J Blunt, it is bumper to shine on PlayStation. I got the button wrong and I'm letting myself die now. I thought it was circle because circle's the one you use to take the light out and pop it back on. I haven't done combat since Monday. What? How am I on full health now? I really don't know what's going on. Yeah, what fully healed me? Yeah. Yeah, I looked away because I was waiting to die so I could restart. Oh, okay, so what I did was auto-use a max health item in my attempt to just start over and not waste resources. This whole encounter is not going super well. Let me turn this down a bit. Is this the
cult or the story?
Okay. You may have had a charm. Oh, I did. I had a charm. Okay, well, I wasted an... This encounter is not going well. I was a bit thrown. Not on my A game, and... yeah. Hooray! I wasted some resources. You've not ever used one of those? Well, congrats. Right. Okay, so it's not all safe rooms that have the bucket, it's only specific ones. Okay.
Another locked box.
And I'm trying to get to the gift shop, so I need to turn right and follow a path around. Follow it around this way. Turn right at the fork and then turn left at the next fork. Gumba Master, yep, agreed. But it is what it is. I'm playing in the chunks of time I can. The joys of having chronic motion sickness. It's just a thing I live with certain games. You know, hopefully they can fix the motion sickness issue for me not having to be motion sick. Like, separate from any impact it might have on my enjoyment of the lore. It would just be nice to be able to play a game and not feel ill, you know? And regardless, I'm just kind of... I just want to see the story through. Because I feel like the longer I leave it to finish this game, the higher the chance of it being spoiled for me is. It feels like one of those games that people are not going to be able to help themselves getting a bit hinty about. I kind of just want to see it through, as it were. That makes sense. You gotta play in chunks of time so you won't throw out your own chunks. Sure, yeah. Scrangle, I mean, motion sickness isn't a mystery as such. Like, it is the tubes inside your ears that sense movement and your eyes that are seeing movement not getting the same data. It is how motion sickness, being prone to motion sickness is just how well your body can handle, I'm getting two sets of data that don't match. It's, I'm seeing motion of a certain kind and expecting to feel it, and I'm not feeling motion, and therefore, and there is a whole complicated mess of factors involved in preventing it, and a lot of devs are like, turn off motion blur and film grain, that'll fix it. Like, there are games you can look at that are a lot better about, like, Things like persistent center screen dot is really helpful sometimes. Reducing camera sway, things like that.
Scratch stalked through the forest, a terrifying dark presence in the night, more sensed than seen. Darkness boiled in his skull, like a storm cloud crammed into a bottle. The woods were alive with those he had taken. They were coming with him, directed by him, his army of darkness. His singular purpose was a sharp, pulsing black hole in his head, waves roaring out of it to whip his flock into a frenzy, filling them with his purpose. The clicker. He wanted it, to make his horrific ending to the story come true. The art was there. The clicker would push it across the final threshold, a detonator to send out a tidal wave that would spread to overtake reality. He was so close to claiming it. The Taken gibbered and shouted, straining against their invisible leashes, filled with bloodlust. Scratch let them go. They launched themselves into the night with violent glee. He ripped a signpost from the ground, swung it in his hands as if it was made of air. Ahead, the music started. It called him on. Let the final deer fest commence.
Where am I going?
Hello? Anyone here?
Nope. Did they get out? Did they locked? Need something to jimmy it open with. A list of maintenance work. I'll need to get the key to the trailer park myself. Coffee World. The most caffeinated place on Earth. And yet nobody's here to help me get
The most
key.
caffeinated place on Earth? Nah, that's my bloodstream. Ooh. Can I go ride the rides? I don't know if that will in any way help me progress, but I do kind of want to ride the what was it? The Espresso Express? An evil water spirit pulls people to their watery graves. Someone hid their dead bodies here. Let me on the Espresso Express. I have no idea how to get the key I need. Just let me on the ride.
No power. Must be a fuse box around here somewhere. A fuse is missing. Can't operate the ride without it. When you ask, Mayor Seta will speak.
Locked or fused in the Kavala Knight's workshop. Okay.
Must be locked from the other side.
Okay. Big U-turn. Cover him to the right. Okay, that's a pretty dark. That's a pretty dark float design. Let's just leave that be. Just leave that be.
Another one of those lunchboxes.
It's there? Where? Oh, there.
That concludes our debate on whether pets should be allowed at this year's bake sale. For those of you just tuning in, you're listening to the Pat Main Radio Hour, brought to you by Davis Family Moose Jerky. And boy, what an eventful day here in Bright Falls. By now, we've all seen the FBI setting up shop in town, and I'm sure you're all asking the same question I am. Did they bring all this darn rain with them? Deerfest is right around the corner, and we're all crossing our fingers for sunshine. So, I reached out to our top meteorologist for a weather update. She never responded, but I have her Uncle Tapio on the line from Watery. Tapio, are you there? Yes. Great. And Tapio, what kind of weather can we expect today? Rain. that definitely seems to be on the menu. How about over the next week?
Also rain.
Right. Care to elaborate? Any chance the sun will poke out in time for Deerfest?
No.
Well, Deerfest is coming, rain or shine. And that parade lineup is looking dandy as ever.
Yes, I like this parade because they're one float in the shape of a swan. Long neck and everything. A very large swan.
Ah, so you're a fan of swans?
No.
Right, well, that's our time. We'll be right back after this next song by the rock and roll sensation, National Nightmare.
Okay, I'm supposed to be looking inside this barn, but I can't seem to find a way in. I say, look for a fuse in the Kavala Knight's workshop. Yeah, so how do I in?
Can't open this with my bare hands.
Yeah, I'm popping the motion blur back on, even though theoretically that would make things worse. I got used to it being there and being on. I can't just save here, I have to find a safe zone to save. Yeah, I want to just be able to save here and leave it for now and come back for the stream later. But I have to go run away from the place I actually want to be. Find a safe location to save. What hides behind the smile? Yeah, that float figure sure is wearing a deer mask. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave this here for now, and I will come back in about 5 hours to get some more of this streamed for tonight. I know I'm supposed to really find a safe zone, but I'm just going to leave it here. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I'll be back streaming some more of this in a bit. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be back in like 5 hours continuing with this. See you all soon. Bye.